Chief. Welcome to another video. And today I just wanted to talk about the fact that, like, when you're doing YouTube and like you're really helping people, you're literally doing ministry work. I don't care if you're talking about your 9 to 5 or you're talking about your struggles as a parent, or you're talking about escaping or how to escape from narcissistic abuse, or dealing with a toxic family, setting boundaries. You're literally doing ministry work, okay? You are setting people free. You are showing people the light, okay? It literally, that's what you're doing. Running a YouTube channel and helping people is ministry work. It's not until you go on the pulpit and start preaching that you're doing ministry work. When you're helping the average, everyday person, solve a problem, go from point A to point B, get a light bulb moment, that is ministry work, okay? Please, if you're new to my channel, subscribe, like, share the video, and leave your comments, okay? So I just saw a comment from one of my videos, and the video was the video where I said that the devil tried to pull me back into a 9 to 5. That's, I think the title goes something like that, or drag me back into a 9 to 5 cycle, but God saved me. Glory to God, right? But I got a heartfelt comment that like really touched my heart this morning, and I actually shared it with my daughter because she was with me in the car when I was doing that video. So I went up to her, I'm like, do you remember that video that I did where I was like talking about my feelings about like a 9 to 5 and almost being pulled back into a 9 to 5, like, by like kind of like a deceitful kind of thing, but God helped me. So I was talking about that, and she was like, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I was with you in the car. And she's like, and so I showed her the video. I mean, not the video, the comment. I read the comment to her, and she was like, wow, like that's amazing. Like she was like shaking her head like, wow, like she was like moved as well. So so let me go into the comment, okay? It was actually like a really long comment. It was like a letter, it was a letter. And she was saying that, so one of my viewers or subscribers saw the video, and she was saying how she was like so moved by like the video. Like she said, like it actually touched her soul. Like she was moved down deep to her soul. I was like, wow. And she was like that she recently went back to a remote job whereby it's like a 9 to 5, and she is so like, she has been so depressed. And the reason why she went back was because I guess based on her state, and she has winters where there's like black ice on the ground, and so she can't really do delivery work as much in her state, or in her area, her community and stuff like that. So she went back to a remote job very temporarily, and she was saying like how like sad that she is, and she feels like a caged bird, and she feels really depressed, and it's just like, it's almost like a bird that cannot fly, and I could relate so much with that feeling, and I was like so moved, because my video, and me just being honest about my feelings, not putting any fluff, just letting people know what I was going through at this point in my life, and how I was able to be delivered from that, and tying that into what she's going through, and being able to just like shine the light on what she was going through. And she was saying like the fact like she missed just being able to see the sun and the sky, because there's healing actually in being outside, even though in my state it's cold too. But I don't do apps whereby I have to go on highways and stuff. I just do roadie like for my local Home Depot, and also my local like Walmart, and by the way, a customer reported me today saying because I had some flooring that I had to deliver to a house, and they actually put the like it was like 20 what do you call it, 20 pieces of like flooring, like 28 pounds each or whatever. And so I took my pickup truck early in the morning to go deliver the items, or the item. And so when I got there, the customer was there sitting in her car. So she came out and everything was like tied up and in a forklift. But well, obviously I didn't have a forklift to take it down, so I put everything apart, and I was like, and so I was like pushing it to the front, and so she was taking like the stuff down to like her door or whatever. But I guess she was expecting like, it'll be forklifted and everything, but I was just doing everything manually like I normally would. I have my my dolly, but in this particular situation, my dolly was not with me. And even if it was with me, she has like stairs, so there's no way I would have had to still like use my hand and like manually put it manually get everything like delivered or whatever. So anyway, so she complained that it was unprofessional and whatever. And I was just like, that's just the devil, because so they sent me an email, and they wanted me to agree to certain things, which I did. Not a problem. I don't have any problems, and I don't have any fear, because I know that God has me, and that God will always make a way. Like, I'm always gonna be ahead of the game. I would never be in a situation whereby I don't have a way or a means to to take care of my family and make my ends meet. So I just because of that, I was like, let me just turn on my Instacart, because I had just only had 2 of my apps on, so I just turned on the Instacart as well. I mean, it was actually frozen on my app. Like it was. I mean, I had the app, but it was frozen, so I had to kind of like I guess reload it or whatever. So it's still reloading, But guys, this year we're not gonna fear. No matter what happens, we're just gonna keep taking steps each and every day, putting one foot in front of the other, and just taking steps. It doesn't matter what happens. We have to just continue to increase our faith, because the Bible says that the just shall live by their faith. It doesn't matter what happens. God has not given us a spirit of fear. Okay? It does not matter what happens. Okay? And so she was saying like, so going back, so I digress. So she was saying the writer, the commenter was saying that she was really moved by the video and everything, because she's going through the exact same thing. She does gig work, but I guess she picked up a job during the winter and everything, and she was like saying that she couldn't wait for the winter to end because she's so depressed. And like when they would call, when she would get like emails or calls or whatever, it'd be so much information that she would just be so overwhelmed, and it's just like it's not her thing at all. Like she's just like not in the right space, but she's just enduring it, and she's not even sure that she'll be able to endure the whole winter, So I just encourage her, reply back an encouraging reply. But a lot of people are going through a lot, and I'm just so glad, because I'm going through a lot myself. I'm going through a lot myself, but just putting my faith in God and putting my trust in Him, and just trusting Him that before the end of this month, by His grace, that my channel will be monetized, and I'll be able to help more people. Sorry, y'all. A call is coming in. I have to ignore it because I don't want to have to stop this video and have to edit. So I have to call him back. Okay. Yeah. So, but yes, I didn't want to be in a situation whereby, like, I don't ever want to be in a situation whereby I'm stuck, and that's where she is, right now, stuck and depressed and overwhelmed and stressed out, and the whole nine, the whole shebang, and I don't ever want to be in that situation ever again. And she said one thing, that once you, and I would never forget what she said, once you taste the freedom of working for yourself, you would never, ever, ever, ever want to go back to a 9-to-5. Ever. Like your soul, your very soul and spirit will reject it. And if you go for it, even if they're paying you like thousands or 6 figures or multiple 6 figures, your soul, it'll come to a point that you'll be like, you know what? even if I have to like do like van life or RV life, I don't mind. I'm not doing this anymore. You know, it's gonna come to a point. You know, and I think that actually the country, because if you watch a lot of videos, a lot of people are quitting their 9 to 5. Okay, some of them have done it for 20 years. I watched a video recently, and the lady was talking about, she's like in her 50s, like early 54, and she was talking about the fact that like she had a 9 to 5 for like, or a job for like 20 years plus years, and she had been wanting to leave because she just had been feeling really down and depressed, and but it's like she was afraid of what people would think, you know, at her workplace. Like they would call her stupid and dumb, and you know, how could you, you know, leave the job with the benefits and everything. But they forget to tell you that along with the benefits, you're stranded, you have no time. And they forget to tell you that the only thing, or they forget to remind you, or maybe you have to remind yourself, that the only thing that we have here is time. You know, time is our only resource, and it's our most valuable resource. And once our time is gone, that is, your life is gone. Okay, so if you're spending your whole life day in day out in a little cubicle in a box, you know, or you're working from home, guys, I have delivered DoorDash, because you know I do delivery, to a lady that works from home. Okay, and she was still in her pajamas, and she told me that she was, and she thanked me for giving her food, or you know, delivering her food to her. And she literally was in her pajamas, and she was like, believe me, I've been in meetings upon meeting. I work from home, and I am so, she's like, I am so swamped. This is my pajamas, this is what I've been on from the morning till now. So it's like, people think that work from home, you're just, you're just, you know, dialing around, working where you want. No, you have to be on calls upon meetings. I've been through, I mean, I've heard so much. One of the ladies I used to do hair for, because I'm a mobile braider as well, even though I don't do it as much, but she told me, and she was like a company executive for like some, you know, high-end like corporate company, and she literally told me that she started having panic attacks because she was like feeling like her bosses were like sending emails to her, like her higher ups were sending emails to like one another, like regarding her, and she was fearing that she might be fired, and she was thinking about her mortgage, and she was thinking about like her life, her kids, and she just was like having panic attacks, like I think of her asthma that she had like when she was 7 started coming back. And it was just like, wow, you know. And this is someone that gets paid well. She has like masters and whatever, you know, and still stranded in the 9 to 5 thing. And it's just like, I know, because I know myself, that if I ever had a 9 to 5, like my mental health will go down completely. Did it in the past, left nursing, went to start doing delivery, and I don't ever pray, hope. I mean, even if I have to, like, which I don't, you know, most days I just work like regular hours, but even if I have to like work from morning till the night, you know, sun up to sundown, to escape a 9 to 5, I would do whatever I have to do. Whatever I had to do. Okay, it's that serious. It is that serious, you know. So but I know that I'm at a place whereby God is taking me to higher heights. My YouTube channel is going to be monetized very soon. I'm going to have money coming from there, and I'm going to come to a point whereby delivery would just be like a thing that I would do when I felt like it, you know, because I'm a strong believer in scaling. You know, delivery for me was a means to an end. It was a means to get out of a narcissistically abusive relationship and still be able to pay my main bills. It was a means to an end, but it was not the end. See what I'm saying? Delivery was a means to an end. You know, it was a means to get out of the hole. Okay, but okay, now you can see the sunshine. You know, now you have hope. Now where are you going from here? See what I'm saying? So yeah, I just encourage you, like, if you are one of those that hate your 9 to 5, you know, you've now, you might be somebody that loves your 9 to 5, you know, and there's people like that. They come in like, oh, I have a 9 to 5, I'm getting $28 an hour, I'm getting paid this, you know, I will never leave my 9 to 5. That's good, okay? But for those that have seen the light, okay, they've started doing delivery work, they started working for themselves, you know, and for whatever reason they got back into the 9 to 5, you know, believe me, it's very, very difficult for people like that, because it's like, you've seen the light, you know what freedom feels like. Even if you're being paid half of what you were being paid in your 9 to 5, you know, but you're having freedom. You can see your kids anytime. You can take the day off and just rest. You can think, you can scale, you can add other businesses, you can do other apps. It's like getting released from prison and voluntarily putting your hands, they call it the golden handcuffs. They call it the golden handcuffs for a reason, because it's golden. They have all the benefits that they promise you. They have all of this and all of that, and you're like, oh, wonderful, it's just great, and you're willingly offering your hand to your oppressors, and when they get tired of you, when you're not fitting their bottom line anymore, or whatever the case may be, they just let you go, and they leave you scrambling for scraps, scrambling to pay your bills, taking out loans to pay your car note. So it's just like, it's a really, really demonic system, the system, the way it's set up, and then what about our kids? I have 3 teenagers, what about our teenagers, our kids? They're set up to go to school, go to college, and I have nothing against college if you're going for like a high impact, high specialty type of field, maybe a surgeon, or something like really, really like specialty based, then go and get your whatever degree you need to get, go get your specialty, go do everything, but if you're just getting like a basic degree, then I don't recommend college. I don't recommend college at all, because for a lot of them, and a lot of people, I'm seeing it more and more, they are not they're not getting their money's worth. Let me just put it that way. A lot of them are actually worse than they would have been if they never went to college. They're worse off. A lot of people are worse off having gone to college than they would have ever been never going to college, never smelling college. Worse off. I was watching a video, and one of the ladies commented. It was not my video, but it was somebody else's video. So I read the comments, and somebody commented that because it was a lady talking about her 9 to 5, how she does how she does she's a cashier, and she's working like in a department store or whatever, and she's stressed out and all of that. Like, she was just like depressed, and she was just sharing her journey, and somebody commented saying that she also works at a department store, clothing store and things like that, and like it's very like soul sucking sometimes. Like, she's like, a lot of times she's really exhausted, and like, it's not really physical stress per se, but it's mental stress, and how she got her degree, in something. I don't know what she got her degree in, but she went to college, and she's like where did she go wrong? That she got a whole degree and she's working in a department store. So this, for a lot of people, the majority of people, that's exactly what it's gonna be. You're gonna get your degree. I'm gonna say at least 70 to 80%. Get the degree and end up in a department store, or working in a gym, or just something that is completely unrelated. It's like, would it have been better if you just went to work after high school? So it's a lot going on. So I try to impact it on my kids, or impart it on my kids to look into business, unless you want to specialize, maybe be like, like I mentioned, the specialty fields, then that's different, but like, it was someone like me. I went to community college, got my associates in nursing, took the, became a nurse, and even with that, I couldn't do it. I was so stressed out, so the whole 9 to 5 thing, it's just not for certain people, it's just not for certain people. Certain people that thrive, they retire, and even the whole retirement thing now is like almost like a faraway dream, because they keep raising the age, because they don't want to give people retirement anymore. But that's another story for another day. Yeah, I just wanted to say that, like, this being on this platform, YouTube, and to be able to impart knowledge and just like testify and tell your story and just help people, educate people, inform people. It's ministry work for real, so I mean, let us not like look down in any way on content creation, especially on YouTube. It is ministry work, okay? So if you don't have a YouTube channel, get one, start a channel, and just start trying to think of ways to help people. Tell your stories. Just be yourself, okay? And if you're the one that put out that comment for me, for my video, I appreciate you. Thank you for the comment, because it really encouraged me that I'm doing the right thing, okay? And please, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, like the video, share, leave your comments. Until next time, peace and God bless.